It's the venue that's had plenty of success, come through it since the mid-2010s, as well as a few Lombardi trophies. It's GEHA Field at Arrowhead Stadium in Kansas City. Not a kicker or a punter here, Brock. It's safety Justin Reed to get this one going. And we're underway from Kansas City. And they'll start this drive in good position, a little shy of the 40. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Ready. 10 cycles. Watch out now. Safety fury. Red cycle. Ready.
Love throwing to start us off. He's on the move. Taken in by Luke Musgrave. Big man showing up the yards. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
Shot, 17.
His drive has been excellent. A few shots now. It's starting with 6 as they come up on it. 1st and goal. From the red zone now. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that sack going to cost them some yardage.
You know what I call that, Kate? Punch, and you took a punch, but then you countered right back. You give up a big play, massive play, but you don't hang your head. You come right back, you get a sack of your own, and you change the momentum as quickly as you can.
And he runs it across, touchdown! The Packers take a 6-0 lead right away. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. For the offense, you gotta love it, Brock. Points to begin the game as he runs it in for an opening drive touchdown.
And you've got one very happy running back right over there on the sideline right now. These backs, they do feel the pressure to find the end zone every single week. It's not easy to do. But to do it this early and get out of the way, big time.
All right, so with the penalty, a chance to go for 2 from the 1, or they could elect to try a shorter kick. That kick a whole lot easier after that penalty, right? And he sent it through. On now is McManus to kick this away. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Mahomes starting off with a throw. That finds Hunt, complete. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it's stopped. Working quickly here.
Easy.
They've got a man in motion. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll get it to Rashee Rice, complete. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
Hey, 57.
Now it's the first carry for Isaiah Pacheco. He's got to gain a 6 there. Andrew Cooper there to make the stop. That's the rookie from Texas A&M who took him down.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know, and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
After a good pickup, they've got second and 4.
Go.
From the 46. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. Third down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin because we know pressure leads to sacks. And sacks in this league often leads to wins.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10.
43, 15.
Now it's Mahomes. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he's down inside the 35 before going out. Good opening drive to this point. They've got another first down at the 34. They'll give this up the middle to Pacheco. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Brought down by Quay Walker. Offense in the hurry up here. From the 29. Throw reeled in by Hopkins. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal. And they can go ahead and stay in that huddle. We're at the end of the first quarter. 7-0 is our score. Back to Arrowhead in just a moment. Second quarter about to get underway, and an opportunity to score here for the Chiefs. They'll run Pacheco, and he drives that front backward on a gain of 4. Offense up to the line fast. Pacheco, and he's in. Touchdown, Kansas City. The Chiefs finish off their opening drive. It's an Isaiah Pacheco touchdown. No doubt about that one, Brock. They softened that defense up with that lengthy opening series, and then the front just couldn't stand up to the run as they reached the end zone.
Yeah, the numbers tell you, kind of just like baseball, you love home runs, you love explosive plays, but when you can play small ball and you can keep that defense gasping on the field, you can often run it right down their throats in the red zone.
15.
Now they send their back in motion right. Mahomes, oh, and they're going to bring him down. They get the sack and preserve their 1-point lead. Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. On the return, here comes Reed. Good looking return here, and he's got room. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. They've got first down from the 31.
Down. 6. Mega. Ready.
Love out of the shotgun. Taking his shot deep down the field it goes. That's caught at the 25. It's a Green Bay touchdown. The Packers grow the lead to 7. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
McManus on for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Packers grow their lead to 8. On now is McManus to kick this away. He'll bring it out from a couple yards deep. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Hello. Hey, Sunday on Sunday on Sunday on Sunday. First hunt.
To the air, Mahomes. Made the throw as he was getting hit, Brock, and it's incomplete. Looking for Travis Kelce that time. So 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
Hero 15. 15. Look at it.
2nd and 10 now. Hauled in by Rice. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Running up the middle, Pacheco. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
Attack!
2nd and 1. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Mahomes to throw on 3rd and 1. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. And the Packers take over after forcing the 1st turnover of this ball game. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Nothing for him on that play as we've hit the 2-minute warning.
Got it.
2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here.
Set punt. Set punt.
Here's Love. He gets a lot behind one. Deep downfield. And that's going to be knocked away, incomplete. Pass was thrown for Christian Watson. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
How many times do defenders hear from their coaches, read and react, read and react? You got to read where the quarterback's eyes are going, and then more importantly, you got to react as he begins to throw and knock that ball away.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down here.
Here we go. Set. Fight. 97. Ready? Go.
Love looking to pass. That's incomplete, trying to set up the screen there. Well, no look on his first look of the game. And now they're staring at 4th and long. The Packers send out their punting unit. And we'll see how his debut offering goes. Now timeout taken by Green Bay. That's it, 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Here we go. Set punt.
And they're going for this. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. And it's going to be incomplete. Couldn't connect to extend the drive. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You know, Kate, I don't think I've ever met a defender that cares. All they want to do is get off the field. Doesn't matter if it's a drop pass, deflection, breakup, even an interception. Challenged by the offense to get one more stop to get off the field, and that's exactly what they did. He's just one of those guys, Kate. Even when he's not open, he's still a target thanks to that physicality and his ability to just play bully ball. They don't like forcing into coverage, but sometimes when you got a bully like him that can create space, you just find a way to get him the ball.
From the 44 here on second down. Completes this one to Rice. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. Here's Mahomes. That one complete to Hopkins. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. A first down carry for Pacheco. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. Chiefs in the hurry-up, trying to get everyone to the line. Mahomes. And that is caught. It's a Kansas City touchdown. The Chiefs earn the chance to tie before halftime. DeAndre Hopkins, the touchdown. He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out. And it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw. But, hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. And the Packers might be able to get some points late after the interception. Well, the good news is it's not going to count as a pick on the stat sheet, but 2 points left on the table thanks to that INT.
It sure looked there for a second, didn't it, Kate? Like the points may have been going on the other side of the board.
Sure did.
I'll tell you what, this is one of those moments we don't see a lot, right? Interception, run back on a 2-point play. It just shows you the wherewithal of this team, the coaching, and then the players' IQ, the acumen to go out there and execute with all they have after that interception.
First and 10, but only time left for maybe a couple of plays here.
Here we go. Here we go. Black Ultra. Blaster, stay. Ready.
Shotgun now for Love. He's trying to go deep again. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap. Nearly an interception on that play, and we'll see what they do here on second down. Here comes the final play of our first half.
Let's go now. Green jack. Steel, black. Fury, yellow. Set.
He's back to throw. He's loaded another one up. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Back from the break, I'm Kate Scott, joined by Brock Heward, and we are just moments away from the beginning of our second half. On now is McManus to kick this away. From his own end zone, here we go. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Right. 43! 43!
The drive begins with a run by Pacheco. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Yellow!
Everyone's prepped. It's 2nd down now.
Color.
Out of the gun, it's Mahomes. Left side, it's caught by Rice. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first. Working quickly here.
Dribble it. Attack! Hide on these two. Yellow.
3rd and short. Here's Mahomes. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him.
Yeah, we're good.
A dose of the hurry-up offense here.
15.
Back to throw it. And it falls incomplete. And a surprising 4th down call does not yield a first. This doesn't get there. It's a turnover on downs.
You go for it on 4th down. It's got to be something from the short list of plays you expect to work every time. If that one's on the short list, I think it's got to be reevaluated. Something wasn't working on it, and it cost them the possession.
Let's go.
Running on first here with Jacobs. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down. 1st down play nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
The humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means, but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front 7.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
10. Ready. Cut.
Running this one left. And it's a really nice gain on the reverse. That call came at the perfect time. A nice pickup of 11 there, Brock, and they'll have 1st and goal to figure out.
Receivers running the ball, well, that's become commonplace in the NFL now, and that includes down here in the red zone. In close, a lot less space to work with. You really love your most elusive players to get their hands on the ball.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
Come on, set. Drill, 52.
They'll run. Jacobs. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop.
Hustle.
Offense in the hurry up here.
Going to be rail. Cut.
Jacobs. And he's in for the touchdown. The Packers push their lead further to start the half. It's a Josh Jacobs touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with one end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
On now is McManus to kick this away. Chooses to bring this one out. They stop him right as he gets up past the 15. They're out and set, 1st and 10.
Yellow. Yellow.
From the gun, it's Mahomes. Escapes the pocket. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. DeAndre Hopkins, the one he was looking for. And it's going to be 2nd down.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
Hey, 43, 15. Yellow. Attack. Right side.
Blitz coming, Mahomes. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down.
Fight on these two. Hey, 43. Right side.
Operating from the gun, here's Mahomes. And once again, they can't connect.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Offense still staying out after the incompletion. They're going to try on 4th. They'll go. It's Mahomes. On target to Worthy. And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. That excitement brings us to the end of the quarter. They'll have a shiny new set of downs to play with to start the 4th. It's the Chiefs in possession to start. They trail, but that lead is reachable. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. Again, Mahomes to throw. Finds his man, Rice. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. On the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
Yellow.
Throwing again, Mahomes. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage. Offense up to the line fast.
Attack! Yellow! Attack!
Throwing on 1st down, Mahomes. Catch is made down the right sideline. And he's able to get this to the 32 before going down.
Easy. Hey, 57. 43.
Back to the air, Mahomes. And that was probably their last gasp. It's intercepted. And the Packers will take over along the midfield stripe after a terrific return on top of that interception.
I know he started the play as a defender, But gosh, he looked good, didn't he? Running it back, he looked like a receiver navigating on that return. The way he saw the field, evaded obstacles, and he chewed up yardage in the open space. It'll make those offensive coaches and teammates proud. We've seen defensive players get touches on occasion, and I think he just gave himself maybe a look on that side of the ball down the road.
And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line.
Striker.
Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Fight 60.
The give here on second. And he gets taken down immediately, right at the line of scrimmage. Working quickly here.
38. 10 cycles.
That takes us to the 2-minute warning here in KC. Packers up by 9.
Set, ready.
Chance to move the chains here on 3rd and 4.
Fight, white. Watch out now. 50 Fury. Hunt.
Turning to Jacobs on 3rd. And he's going to be brought down at the 35-yard line.
Faster.
Offense hurrying to the line with the clock running.
Shot. 17. Smash. Red. Ready.
First down, and they go right back to him. And he powers through the middle for a gain of 4.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a first down.
Okay, ready.
2nd and 6 coming up here.
60 Bison. 60 Bison. 70 Timberwolves. Ready, ready.
Wow, they're going to pass it here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You're not going to see it in the box score, Kate, at the end of the game, but that was some high-quality zone coverage right there. Great design, tremendous communication. Everybody trusting one another, and it allowed them to just collapse that pocket and finally get home.
Now we're going to get an offensive timeout. That's their first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
Down. Set.
On the handoff, here's Jacobs. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. It'll be a gain of 5, so now 4th and short. A decision to be made coming up here.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
The outcome's decided here, but we got to...
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara. The kicker, Jake Moody's got it teed up, and we are underway now from Santa Clara. And with a well-placed kickoff, that's what these new rules can do for you, as they'll be backed up to start this drive.
One guarantee I can absolutely make is that all week in preparation, the coach kept telling his team, we're on the road, don't do anything to bring the crowd into it. And that's exactly what they just did. A bad return, and now the home team crowd, they are fired up.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. They're inching closer and closer here to the wrong goal line.
When you're backed up like that, all you're trying to do is make sure you don't give up a big play, right? You don't miss an assignment that really gets you into more trouble.
Now problems right out of the gate. We're going to get a delay. They were already backed up. Now they're backed up further.
I think they were being so careful to make sure all assignments were covered that they ended up running themselves out of time.
First play, and Hurts looking to throw it. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And, oh, he takes a shot at the end of that play. A great job there, Charles, just to hold on, absorb that contact. I guess that's the risk you take catching the ball toward the middle of the field.
It is, and if you're going to gain yardage, you're going to have to go there at some point. But how about the read, okay? The eyes of that play, stepping out from the middle of the field and really making a big hit. Did not get free.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Talanoa Hufanga. And the return will stop right around the 25.
Brandon, I wonder if someone's down there checking on the head coach right now because he might be in a little bit of shock after what just transpired. Instead of a lengthy opening drive to deal with, his guy stepped up and stole that drive away. Momentum on their side now. How will they attack on offense?
Throwing here, Purdy. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. 2nd and a couple. Purdy will set up to throw it here. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. And the 49ers are going to have a 1st and goal as he's taken down at about the 8-yard line. Here's Guerrero on 1st down. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Isaac Guerrero, an 8-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers take the early turnover and convert it into an opening touchdown. Jake Moody now for the point after. And the 49ers grab a 7-0 lead. So after the made field goal by Moody, he's back out to kick this one away. And they'll opt not to return this, but since the ball did hit in the landing zone, this will come out to the 20. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And remember, the last time out, they threw the interception. That led to the touchdown, so now time to regroup.
It certainly is, and their goal right now as they go back out on the field, a calming drive, something that takes the ball, keeps it for a while, lets the defense relax a little bit, and lets the offense regain confidence in their game plan.
Hurts. This one goes out wide for Barkley. Short completion, just 4 yards, and now it's 3rd and 3.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
That is caught, and he is going to have an Eagles first down as they convert on 3rd and 3 with a nice gain of 7 yards. Now Hurts changing up the play. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. This short throw caught by Goddard. And bulldozing his way through. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Good work after the catch. Gets him 15 and a first down.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Throwing is Hurts. Catch made here by Campbell. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Eagles in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10. They run with a dangerous Saquon Barkley. And a pretty good run there as he gets 7 down to the 33.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Here's a 2nd and 3 now from the 33. Here's Hurts to throw. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Picked up by Charvarius Ward. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation time in the film room, it translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're harming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. Yeah, they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
When you struggle on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
63, 63, 63.
Hurts sets up to throw it. Airing it out deep for Smith. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
Now a 2nd and 10. Smith in motion right. They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass. Shifts past him at the 45. And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
And a lot of times these plays, they either go for nothing or they go for big yardage. And here, they got to the outside, turned it upfield, and ended up getting a nice little gain out of it.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. Here is 3rd down and 4. They'll look to throw again. Well, he's going to look downfield for Barkley. And Hurts is intercepted, his 3rd of the game. Isaac Yiadom in there to pick it. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. Well, I'm not sure that the wheels, Charles, are coming completely off, but they're shaking.
Next to the beautiful San Francisco Bay, 40 miles from where Candlestick Park once stood. We're at Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara, California. Jake Moody now ready to get this one started. And we're off from Levi's Stadium. And this will be a touchback, so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. So their offense out now to get this game started. It's 1st and 10. They send a man in motion. They'll start this one on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's tackled for a short gain. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Purdy setting up that play action. It's on the turf, the ball's out, he lost it. And this is picked up by the 49ers. And they stop him before he gets much on the return. Man, this is a tough ask of your defense so early in a game, Brock, sending them out on short notice and a short field after you fumble it away.
But these are the critical moments defensively you got to live for, right? This is called sudden change. They practice this, and it's your time to put out this fire.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. On the ground, this is Isaac Garindo. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 32. This one is tipped away and incomplete. Good positioning to make a play on it. That forces 3rd down.
Well, Kate, that wasn't a fast enough break for the interception, but it was good enough and a good enough break to break on the ball, get a finger on it, and force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Purdy to throw it. Complete beyond the marker. And he's down inside the red zone before hitting the deck. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. Garindo running between the tackles. And he'll have a short pickup down to the 17. Offense in the hurry-up here. They'll empty the backfield and motion him right. Connection made to Isaac Garindo. And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down. Looking to throw on 3rd and 1. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. So it's going to be 4th and short. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to.
No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the ground to begin the drive with McCaffrey. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Motioning the tight end left. On 2nd down, here's McCaffrey. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. They pick up 1 on the run. Need more, though. That takes him to 3rd and 5.
Here we go. Ready to work.
They stick with McCaffrey. And they take him down after just a small gain on the final play of the first. A quarter down, 3 more to go for these NFC West opponents. Couple of zeros on the board right now. Back to Levi's Stadium right after this. We're back, and it's 49ers football as we resume. They'll be facing 4th down. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4th. What a time to rip off that type of gain, huh? Gets him the first on 4th down.
This entire play, Kate, depends on how well he can separate from his man. You get man-to-man coverage, it's really about 2 things, separation and trust. Because QBs want to throw it before he breaks, that's the trust, and then they got to believe that that separation can create the big play down the field.
Man in motion here.
19 Lions.
Pretty throwing here on 1st. And that falls incomplete. This one intended for the running back. So it's 2nd down coming up.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage. And that really did help force the incompletion.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. They kick the running back in motion. Back to the air on 2nd. Purdy. He completes it in traffic. And they bring him down around the 34.
Translatable skills. That's what you call it. So effective as a runner, but those same traits that make him a great runner, adept at getting those yards, well, he translates it now as a receiver in the open field.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. On 3rd and short, McCaffrey. He's got the first with room to go inside the 20. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10. Motioning right is Ayuk. He has the San Francisco touchdown. So he finds his man in space, and then the wideout takes advantage. Nice finish there to take it in for 6.
Yeah, no question about it. We know points are always a premium in this league, and this really becomes a 3 to 4 point play. Right, when you don't have to settle for field goals, you could throw it underneath and your receivers do that much damage in the open field and score a touchdown. That's big time.
Moody knocks that extra point through. And they add one on to their first touchdown of the contest. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. From a couple yards deep, this is going to come out. And this drive will start inside the 25. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Play action now with Purdy. He fires one deep down the left side. Big gain downfield. Touchdown, San Francisco. The 49ers earn the chance to tie before halftime. Now the 49ers deciding to keep the offense on the field. They're going for 2.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He's throwing for it. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Talanoa Hufanga makes the play. And the 49ers are finally tackled after a big return. They're going to have the football beyond their own 30 following the turnover. Things trim back down to a single-point Brock as they send this off and away. And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. From the gun, McCaffrey. And he has 7 on that run as we're down to the 2-minute warning. It's a solid 7-yard pickup on 1st down. Now they're going to have 2nd and 3.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Kate, I knew it at the time. I think everybody did. We knew the Legion of Boom was special, right? That entire secondary, but their safety's ability, Earl and Cam, to come downhill, to make those tackles behind the line of scrimmage as he just did. Yeah, man, you appreciate great safety play like that.
3rd and short. Here's Purdy. Finds his target, Mason. Continuing to move past the 45. Good gain here as he heads out of bounds. And it's a pickup of 9 yards. And that's a 49er 1st down.
This dude's just simply got a nose for the marker no matter how they get him the ball, Kate. Hand it to him, and he sniffs out that 1st down. Get it to him on a screen, and it's no different. He surges ahead and keeps this drive moving.
Hawk 70.
Purdy on 1st down. Completed here to McCaffrey. That's 16 on the pickup. And it brings up a San Francisco first down.
Something out of nothing, Kate, that may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him, turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
60 Eagles, 60 Eagles. Hurt, hurt. Go.
First down throw by Purdy. That one's cut along the left sideline. And he takes this inside the red zone to the 15 before going out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
Here we go, here we go. Cougar 19.
Trying an inside give now with McCaffrey. And he's brought down a little short. No, actually they do give him the 10-yard line. We get a timeout here taken by the 49ers. That's going to be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
On the ready.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5.
Here we go, Shaq. Shaq,
Putting a receiver in motion. Back to McCaffrey on 2nd down. And he drives forward for a little, maybe to the 7. San Francisco calls it 2nd timeout. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Niners countering with a 5th defensive back on this 3rd down.
Let's go. Viking 18.
Going run again with McCaffrey. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4. 4 yards on the play, and that picks up a 1st and goal.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
Now, just before the break, a timeout taken by the offense, and they can try for some points going into the break. Only time left for 1 more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. A pretty automatic look for him from the left. Moody knocks it through, and that'll push their lead to 4. That brings us to halftime. We'll get a break as our teams make their adjustments and then return with more of the NFL on EA Sports in just a little bit. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away. Here's Moody. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Trying an inside give to Garindo. And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Diamador Lenore there on the stop. Here's Garindo again. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Offense up to the line fast. Man in motion, headed right. Play action on first down. He can't connect with him. Incomplete. Just put it a little too close to the boundary there. That throw was looking for Brandon Ayuk. And now they face second down.
You hear defensive coaches preach this all the time about not giving up the big play. Keep everything in front of you. They're going to need to stay vigilant because he's definitely a receiver who can take the lid off of a defense.
On the give, it's Garindo. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Knocked down by Fred Warner. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working out of the gun, it's Purdy. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark. Really, from the first snap through this second half, there have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Third down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on fourth. Back to throw it. They can't connect as the coverage comes through with a fourth down stand.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
First and 10, ball set up at the 48. One of the tight ends motioning left. They'll start the second half with McCaffrey. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
They've got a man in motion. Handoff headed left to McCaffrey. And they bring him down around the 34. That play gains.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the so-called Silicon Valley and Levi's Stadium in Santa Clara.